Dear friends, subjects, and YouTube mates, I'm on the cloud 9 to have you here again in this video. As you see, this video is dedicated for thank you, writing skill. As you know, writing is one of the 4 skills, but it is in a different set. We have 2 categories. We saw well done. We saw the receptive skills, which include good listening and reading skills. And writing is involved in along with speaking. I appreciate it. And the productive skills in which we produce language. Okay? They are referred to the output, language output. We have reading and listening are referred to language input, and while speaking and writing are referred to as language output. Another distinction in the receptive skills, the students are passive learners, passive consumers. In contrast, we have contrast with these speaking and writing are this in which the students are thank you, active participants, are productive. Here we'll proceed as we have done with the other skills so far. We'll see how we can teach this skill, or the process that the teaching of this skill is undergoing. How we can, I'll show you how we can teach this writing through different stages. We have actually 3 stages. We have the first one is you just attach a prefix. Just the 3 of them, we have prefixes. We have the first one, thank you, pre-writing, as we have done with speaking and listening and reading. The second one we have while writing. The third and the last one, good job, post writing. Let's start with the first one. Actually, writing and speaking, especially writing, is the most challenging skill, given that students are required to produce language. It's very challenging writing. You should practice. I recommend you to practice more and more and more to be excel at it. Okay? So, well, let's starts with the first step or stage of this process. Thank you, which is pre-writing. At this stage, it is essential that the teacher puts students in the context first, using whatever techniques or a technique he sees fit okay. You should actually, it is very essential to put your students in the context. Then students are usually supposed to work on a worksheet that typically contains a text with questions to answer. Students first answer comprehension questions, and then they explore the features of the type of writing they are exposed to by doing tasks. For example, narrative type of text, or expository, or argumentative, or factual, etc. For example, an argumentative type of essay has its features and its distinctive structure. Every type of essay or writing essay or a paragraph has its distinctive features and structure. Therefore, as a teacher, you need to help your students identify its main components through tasks. An example, for example, of a worksheet will be provided below. I give you a model. Once students identify the features of the target lesson, you may introduce the topic that they are required to write about. And then brainstorm some ideas, brainstorming, and write them on the board. Brainstorming of ideas is very important here. Now let's go to the second stage, which is thanks while writing. Students here have by now developed a clear image of what to do and how. Following the model text given to them, students will start their first start. Students here start their first draft, which is very essential. The first draft. Once they finish, the teacher may recommend their students or his or her students to exchange their writings and correct each other's mistakes in order to have another draft based on a checklist that a teacher provides or offers his or her students with. Then students who identify their mistakes may proofread or edit their writings so as to finalize them. Here we have mistakes correction. Let's go directly to the third stage, that is thank you post writing. Actually, having finally finalized their writings, a teacher may be creative in how he asks his students to display their writings. A teacher may ask his or her students to read them in front of. Very essential to read them in front of the class group. Or he may establish a writing exhibition wherein students stick their final products on the walls of the classroom and tour around to read each other's works. Actually, this is the last stage of teaching writing skill. Let's give you or provide you with a model of an essay, especially an argumentative essay, the title of which is Internet is Great. Let's have the introduction. Internet plays a significant role in our lives, since the majority of people in the world use it thanks to the many services it provides. Although the internet makes the lives of people easy, many people think that it is not a good invention. Unfortunately, full stop, we have here full stop. Unfortunately, the advantages of internet are more than its disadvantages. Let's go to the development. We have two paragraphs. Many people think that internet is time consuming because students who use it spend many hours chatting or watching silly videos instead of studying for their exams. This is the topic sentence. Let's go to the developing sentence. Also, some people become addicted to using the internet. Or full stop. So, they become antisocial and have psychological problems like depression. Full stop. Moreover, many youngsters prefer to play video games online, instead of going out to play. Full stop. As a result, some of them become fat. This is the paragraph that talking about the disadvantages or the pros of the internet, of using the internet. Let's go to another. We have the exponent and the opponents. Let's go to the other paragraph that talking about the advantages of the internet. Even though the internet has its cons, it does not mean it is a bad invention. We have an inverted. Even though the internet has its cons, it does not mean it is a bad invention, since it has many pros. We have the first paragraph talking about the cons, and the second paragraph talking about the advantages or the ads or pros of the internet. First, full stop. This is the topic sentence. First, internet users can search for information and learn new things in websites, like Google. Full stop. Second, they can communicate with their friends and family, using Facebook or Skype. Full stop. Third, in the internet, people can buy or sell many things, like phones or cameras, via websites such as Avato. Full stop. Finally, internet users can download books or applications, which can help them in their studies. These are, or this paragraph, or these sentences that follow in the topic sentence are the developing sentences of the prose of the topic sentence that are talking about the advantages of the internet. Let's go to the conclusion paragraph. Internet is now an important part of our lives, since it helps us to communicate or communicate with others, learn, and buy or sell things. Full stop. In my opinion, internet is the greatest invention of our modern time, though it has some cons or disadvantages. Thus, full stop. Thus or therefore, we need to use it wisely. Following this model, we have comprehension questions that the teacher needs to ask his or her students. The first one is the writer with or against the internet? Justify. The second one, are you with or against the internet? And why? We have the second exercise we have of matching. For example, match each paragraph with its main idea. The paragraph 1, the paragraph 2, the paragraph 3, the paragraph 4. We have cons of the internet, conclusion, introduction, and pros of the internet. Students are required to match each paragraph with its suitable and topic or main idea. The second exercise, match each statement with each function. For example, introduction. The introduction, the paragraph 1, the paragraph 2, and conclusion. Writer summarizes the other column. We have writer summarizes the essay and gives his opinion. Writer introduces the topic of the essay. Writer speaks about the disadvantages or the cons of the internet. Writer talks about the advantages of the internet. The third exercise, we have fill in the chart with the advantages and disadvantages of internet that are mentioned in the text. We have this chart, and you fill in this chart with the advantages or the pros and cons from the text given above. Thank you very much for watching this video, and wait for me soon for other videos. And if you have any questions write, or questions or comments, write them below in the comments section. Thank you very much.